Wow, another episode already. I thought we just had one last week. My, how the time sure flies. I sure could use a day off. And it looks like Applejack is about to get one, if the title has anything to say about it, that is. I'm sure we can all agree that Applejack works hard, but this episode really helps shed some light on just what it is she does on the farm. To start off, we find Twilight and Spike on their way to Sweet Apple Acres to resupply on apple pie. The pair is joined by Rarity, who is slightly upset that Applejack has so much work she can hardly spend time with her to just relax. This is almost looking like a repeat of Season 1's Applebuck season. Upon arrival at the farm, we find Applejack making those precious pieces of delectable confectionery perfection. And yet, I get the feeling they'll be all but gone come tomorrow. It is during this scene that Rarity expresses her thoughts and concerns to Applejack, refusing to go on ahead to the spa without her, yet again. This prompts Twilight to offer to do some of the chores on the farm, to help free up some extra time for Applejack. To which she proceeds to procure a list that details one of her chores, namely an exact play-by-play of how she goes about feeding the pigs. Now I'm wondering just when Applejack had time to write this list, and if she had to write it, why not just show Twilight, and then it could be critiqued right away, and we probably wouldn't even have an episode, would we? Once we are back at the spa, which is noticeably smaller on the outside, Applejack and Rarity run into Dash, who I'm going to venture a guess is back in town for a short bit. Now, I love the accents all the spa ponies have, but Applejack? Seriously? Have fun with that one, fandom. Due to long lines and hot water shortages, Applejack spends what time she and Rarity have at the spa troubleshooting and fixing the pipes for the steam room. Now, I know from experience that it would have been easier to just replace the valve than try to patch it, especially with duct tape. Back at the farm, Ponyville's resident Alicorn is having a heyday trying to get the pigs fed. And we can only imagine the antics Twilight went through as Applejack goes through her routine herself, doing a lot of extra work for what should be a simple task. Twilight and Rarity decide to stick around and offer some much-needed advice, giving Applejack pointers on ways to streamline her various tasks so she will have more free time on her plate. I sometimes wish some pony would do that for me. Anyway, wrapping up, we see not only do they get rid of unnecessary work, but with the extra time, they still have time to go to the spa, where once again they run into Rainbow Dash, who quite reluctantly, and only after much persuading, joins the duo for some much-needed pampering. Overall, this episode conveyed a great lesson, and I trust we all can learn from it. So until next time, thanks for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next video.